So we have a bunch of knives here we're going to check out for the first time. Now, the first ones we're going to check out are from Blade Ops. Now, shout out to Blade Ops. They are an affiliate. I will have them linked down in the description. And for the people that think because I have an affiliate means I'm going to say something about the product that I actually don't think, I just want you to be assured that that's not true. I will always be honest with every product and what I actually think. And if I don't like the product, instead of encouraging you to buy the product I don't like, I'll just show you something that I actually do like that I would buy instead. And you're gonna see that moving forward. So we have the BOKER FRND. Now, these things smack. I'll be honest, they got some power in that spring, which I do appreciate, I do like. The handle is FRN. The blade is a drop point D2 blade. It's extremely, extremely lightweight. Now it does have a lock that you can lock closed and open. So that will reassure you that you're not gonna accidentally hit the button or anything like that. Now, I think the knife is cool. You know, like I said, it's super lightweight, very thin, very slim, smacks out really hard, no side-to-side play. However, I have some up and down play on both of them. So for that reason, I would recommend something else. Just I have two examples here and both of them have that. Now, is it gonna fail? Probably not. You have the lock, so it's not that big of a deal. If you like the look of it, you know, it's pretty decent quality. You know, it's not bad. It's definitely not something I would say it's bad, you know, but I personally, it would drive me nuts having up and down play. So what I would recommend instead would be the KERSHAW Launch 1 or maybe the KERSHAW Launch 6. So if you look here, they're not the exact same or anything, but they're relatively the same size. You know, this one's a bit longer. And you know, they got drop point blades. I think that these are more ergonomic. They smack just as hard, if not harder, and zero play any direction. And I've used some of these Launch Series knives over time, and they stay extremely solid. They do a really good job with their lock face geometry. And the material's better here. So we have CPM 154 with an aluminum handle. Here we have an FRN handle with D2. So these are about $100, $100. These are a little bit more. So these are like 130 and then this one's like 120, something like that. But they do have other ones that are around $104, you know, so on and so on. But I would definitely recommend the Launch Series, you know, spend a couple more dollars. You know, I think you're gonna be happier all the way around then. And by the way, this is made in the USA. So that's another huge factor. You're spending a few more dollars to be made in the USA, that build quality, lifetime warranty, all the good stuff. So I definitely would recommend that over the BOKER FRND. Not that they're bad, but it's just, you know, it's easy to see something else in that price range that's better. The next one is another USA made knife. This is a Baron Sons OTF. Now, this is the best Baron Sons I've tried. So I've tried many Baron Sons knives. I own a bunch of Baron Sons. Most of them are pretty rough around the edges. I have a couple that are decent, right? Now they're supposedly made in the USA. I don't know how true that is or not. It does say USA on the blade. Maybe, I don't know, and I don't want to say this and it be wrong, but maybe the parts are made overseas and then sent here and then assembled. I don't know. I can't confirm that or not, but I will say this is the best one I've tried. T8 hardware all the way around. I love that. The button has a lot of grip. D2 steel, Tonto blade. Now, I'm gonna say something because I think the problem here is, and I understand it's made in the USA, but I have another one made in the USA. This is made in the USA, it's $180. You know, while it's the best one I've tried, I'm just not sure if I see that money there, you know? When you're starting to talk about $180, there's a lot of other knives that would be better. And it's D2 steel, D2 and aluminum. I don't see the price. So I have another one here made in the USA for $120. We have the BOKER KWAIKEN. Now this BOKER KWAIKEN has, you know, I would say this thing possibly has a stronger spring maybe slightly, but this one feels a little bit more consistent. You know, it has the same amount of rattle, you know, in the blade, which is just common with OTFs. This one's slicker, that is one thing, so it's definitely smoother and slicker in the hand, so you're gonna get a better grip on this. Not ergonomically, but just, you know, as far as slipperiness goes. This one has a KWAIKEN straight back. This one has the Tonto, the Americanized Tonto, which I actually do like these Tontos. The geometry is rather thick. So this isn't me saying that this one's better or this one's worse. I'm just saying this one's more affordable with the same materials. So from the USA, I think these are, this one, I don't know if this is T8 or T6. It might be T6. Yeah, the hardware's T6 on this one. This one's T8, so, you know, that is a plus. This thing is good. I'll give it credit. It's pretty good for you know, a Bear & Sons. So I don't know who they're doing their OEM or anything like that. But anyways, I thought it was cool to take a quick look at. Like I said, this is the one I'd probably recommend over it just because the price difference. But this thing does bang. So, you know, if you like the look of it and, you know, you're not worried about spending $180, there you go. Now, the next knives are not from Blade Ops. These are actually from MIGURON. Do you guys open your boxes the same way? Slip your blade in there and then turn it? I feel like I do that 20 times a day. Anyway, so these are the new CENTURION affordable version. So if you don't know, MIGURON has the premium version of this, a titanium frame lock, and it's actually really good. It's much, I'm not gonna say much smoother because their action's always pretty good, but you'd be surprised how good a quality their premium version of the Centurion is. Now, equally the case, this feels like really good quality as well. They did a bang up job on this thing. Not only the detent, the materials are there. We have a titanium mill pocket clip, 14C 28N drop point big belly blade, good access to the lock bar, multiple forms of deployment, solid detent. I'll tell you what, man, MIGURON, they're just coming in hot all the way around. They are not playing games. They are here to win. I gotta say that. Stonewash blade, coated blade, obviously. I personally like the stonewash blade. You know, it's 14C. 14C has great corrosion resistance. And this is a beautiful stonewash. Beautiful, beautiful stonewash. I love that it has like the satin and then the stonewash. That looks really cool. Lots of milling on the insides. Very ergonomic. You can choke up a little bit. You can definitely do the trigger pull, but the one little issue I have with this, and it's not functionality or anything like that, it has nothing to do with that so far, I find nothing really negative except for the plunge grind. The plunge grind and sharpening choil could be better, but other than that, the only thing is just I'm not a huge fan of this drop point blade. Now, I love drop point blades, but it seems like in order for me to get to that tip, I gotta raise all the way up to here to get to the tip. Will it work? Yeah, it'll work just fine. So I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not gonna work and be sharp or anything like that. It'll function great, you know, especially with these ergonomics. I just prefer with my drop point blades for the tip to be center line or lower than the pivot. So I prefer the tip to be here or lower. That's just a personal preference. That doesn't mean, and that's not for all my knives. Let me be clear, that's not for all knives. I'm saying for EDC knives. You know, obviously different applications require different blade shapes. But anyways, the Centurion, very cool, very, very cool. Definitely one to check out. I don't know how much these are, but you know, I'll be honest, they feel a lot more expensive than they probably are. Knowing MIGURON, yeah, you know, we're in a great place in today's market with knives. We are so lucky. Like, I know I give a lot of companies crap, and you know, I call out a lot of negatives and this and that, but in all honesty, man, we are in a great place for knives. You know, the knives we're getting today are like 10 years ago's. Like our affordable knives, sorry, our affordable knives today are 10, 15 years ago's premium knives. Knives that would cost hundreds of dollars. Anyways, there you guys go. Super smooth. Look at that action. Look at that action. These things are redonkulously smooth. MIGURON's killing it. So there you guys go. Work hard. Stay tough. You know society's relying on you. Until next time. Peace.